other clip. So you can see that with just sanding it, let me see if I can get the lighting better. Probably not. But you can see that it's coming out a little bit. What I'm using here is a Dremel 120 grit. These things are pretty good. I'm going to go through quite a bit of them because these are steel versus the front calipers being aluminum. So you're just really going to have to go through a combination of those. Probably using some I call these like a sand triangle. I'm going to get more of these. I ran out, and that'll be able to help me get this out. So that's the only camera angle that I'm able to get. I'm recording off my phone, so it's not really the most ideal thing. But here's one that's got a little more progress from the palm sander that I showed in the last video, right? So pretty much just trying to replicate all the areas on this one that I wasn't able to get using this. And we'll go get some of those this afternoon, and we'll add on to this segment. Here's a sample of how this is going. This is just with the used one too. Just in a few seconds of that, I don't know if you can see that here. Look at the lighting. Terrible lighting, guys, I'm sorry. But it barely did anything. So like I said, it's gonna be a while. Where that's gonna go. After a little bit of sanding, this is the product you'll end up with at 120 grit. You can see a little bit of rust. They're steel, so of course they're gonna rust a little bit after you rinse them off with some water. But yeah, like the whole thing is pretty much done for rough cuts. And now we're gonna work on actually sanding this thing down. So what I did here was kind of got inside these grooves with a little Dremel, and then you can see more on this one here. We're going to start polishing up in that track there, just to allow airflow to pass out of here a little better. Most of these parts are cast, so you can see there's still some divides in the groove, but I've cut it down to where it's flat, so they'll match the those. But the finished ones, it's an additional set. It's just an extra set I have. So yeah, looks pretty decent, right? Now this took a while. How could I put this? I probably used 3, maybe 4 packs of 120 plus, using 150 and 180, so, and cones, a Dremel. Yeah, it's not as easy as the aluminum ones. But I'm just kind of messing with them right now, like kind of showing you guys what they look like in the back. But I'm not too worried about them getting dirty as much. They'll get cleaned up. It's not like they're going to get thrown in the car right now anyway. Yeah, we're at 600 basically now. So some spots, think of it like this: 600 in here, there. I still got to work on the back half of it, but we're working on the front. We've gotten in these sides here for starters. Maybe you can see that better. Yeah, so it's got a little bit of a luster going on it. See that? You can already see here, if I get some light in there, I just bought these like maybe a month ago, and they're already rusting, just to put in perspective. There's not really any rust on these things. They got like a coating from the factory that's on these things. But yeah, we're gonna replace this whole setup real soon. These are polished, and you can already see, I think we'll get in there. You can already see it's starting to rust up a little bit. These have been polished down to 2000, and they're using mothers. Alright, so you can already see little droplets of rust starting to pick up on it. I don't see any more. Yeah, some right there. No, that's me. But yeah, there's little droplets of water and stuff. I'll probably have to repolish it right there. Yeah, you can see that. So that's what I'm worried about. And even these they're not perfect. But you can see on this one here, I decided that I wanted to just go ahead and clear coat them. We're using this VHT enamel clear coat gloss, clear. Yeah. But yeah, so I've got them rigged up over here on some cable, some wire, you know, some electrical wire. If you want to cover up the bleeder valve, I've got the bolts covered up. Not really for the bolts as much as I'm worried about the threads, but it'll be all right. Yeah, you want to cover up the pistons in there and the rubber seals that kind of block them. I've got these passages opened up, so it's not really that big a deal. There's still some like rust from when I was sanding a bit. It's kind of in this corner, but you can't really see it. And this is a 1000 grit. 1000 grit. So we'll see how it looks. I can't hold the camera and paint at the same time for lack of YouTube skill. Let's just put it that way. But I will pause and come back to this as I go along. But we're going to start off with a thin coat and then see what that looks like, and then we'll go with 2 thick coats and move on. So it's the next morning after clear coating them, and we're going to check out what they look like. We'll start here. In the camera, can't necessarily see it too well. It's gotten, looks pretty cool. I imagine so. It's not, they don't really look like the ones that I have, or, you know, the aluminum ones. But they are dry to the touch, a little tacky, you know, just a little. Looks like there's some water got on it.